Bill Burr in studio.
He's brilliant. Kim Kardashian's hair looks just like the chicks in the shampoo commercial. You got to admit, as much as we were all let down by that sham of a marriage. I mean, I don't know about you. I was living vicariously through it.
Were you?
But no, I could get her shit.
Who cares?
Yeah.
She does have great hair.
I just can't believe, how she scammed all those poor people over at People magazine. Like, I don't know how they're going to get back on their feet.
I don't know. A lot of people upset with her, apparently. Yeah. Who gives a flying
I could care less.
Right.
Yeah, she's fucking
great tits,
she's
though.
fucking gorgeous.
She's
Exactly.
amazing.
She deserves to lead everyone around by the nose. You know what? That's why because she's out of everybody's league.
Yeah.
And she did exactly what those fucking out of the league chicks do to you in bars. Lead you on, you bought her a drink, and then she just walks away from you.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Jesus.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
Jesus H.
Christ.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey, Bill, I got to ask you about Scandinavia.
Scandinavia.
You went on a tour there.
Kim Kardashian would be just another pretty face.
Really?
No one would even notice her. Oh, did I tell you about that fucking supermodel I saw did a face plant in the crosswalk?
No.
In Stockholm, Sweden. It was fucking hilarious. She was like, she was drunk, so she like fell in slow motion, right? Her face is going right to the pavement. She's crossing against the light, by the way. And at the last second, she turned her head, and I swear to God, like a lawn dart, all her weight landed right on her ear.
Oh,
and then she just lays there and starts crying, right?
What'd you do?
Nothing. I just stood there. And I yelled in, like, accented English, you might want to get up, because the cars were coming. And she just laid. She was so fucking hot. She just laid there, expecting the world and the traffic to stop. And you know what? It did.
It
It
did.
stopped. Dude, if I was laying there, they would have ran over me.
It would have ran over your
Why
foot.
didn't you go over to help her?
Because traffic wouldn't have stopped if I went out there. They would
Really?
have knocked out both my knees, and then this bitch would have got up and never would have noticed.
They would have thought
Never
you knocked
would've-
her down.
Never would have thanked me, and I would have limped for the rest of my life. And she would be like, "Oh my God, you guys,
So you said,
my
"Fuck it."
ear." Yeah, that was tremendous.
Wow.
How many
I don't
dates
know,
did you
I'd
do
help.
over there?
I did 5 cities in 7 days. It was a thrash. I went London, Copenhagen, Oslo, Helsinki, and Stockholm. And I was doing this bit about Hitler, which is fucking hilarious because when you're in Europe and you talk about Hitler, every country you go to either got bombed by him or is embarrassed because they chose his side. And so it got really fucking weird, and which, of course, is something I enjoyed.
What kind of a Hitler thing could you bring up? You don't have to do the bit. I mean,
I
just
was
topic.
saying, it always fascinated me that people would follow him because he never seemed composed to me. He seemed like such a spaz. It's just like, nobody else is going, this guy's kind of out of his fucking mind. His hair's all sweaty, flopping around, right? I just don't, it's just, other than what he did, his speeches are fucking hilarious. They're laugh out loud funny because he's just so, he just seems like somebody's angry dad. Like, he'd just be like, all right, Dad, go fuck yourself. I'm sleeping over my friend's house. A kid would walk away from that guy. Yet, he almost took over the world. So, I was doing the bit in Finland, and I didn't realize that Finland had sided with them. But I give Finland a pass because they were basically, on the Eastern Front, had Stalin, and on the West, they had, Southwest, they had Hitler. So, it's basically...
You're in a bad spot.
Yeah, you're basically in between two of the biggest psychos in history simultaneously, and you got to flip a coin. If you look at the cars the Germans, the cars the Germans make, Russians, they drink vodka and they got their stashes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they made the right choice. And then they ended up, then they actually fought off the fucking Russians, but still at the end of the war had to give up a city as part of their payment because they sided with the wrong guy. The World War II is so hilarious when you see some of these dictators, like the ego trips they're on. If you ever watch like a Mussolini video, you don't know what he's saying, but that guy is so full of himself. Yeah. And he does that shit.
He just looks full when he crosses his arms. And puts his nose up like,
and his lower lip comes out like Tony Clifton, and he's just sitting there nodding like that, and he's just like at the top. And at the beginning, he almost went with the Allies, and the last second, he's like, dude, it's like betting the 1 o'clock game at like 12:58. Chargers of KC, who are we going here? Fuck that fucking Phillip Rivers. Is he gonna do it? Fuck it. Let's go with the Chargers. And then, dude, so he's on top of the world. He's got pussy, he's got all these bitches and all this fucking money. Within 2 years, he's hanging upside down outside a gas station.
Yeah, they're kicking him in the face. He's dead.
Over. And it's just fucking over. So
but that must be weird, though. It's a whole different take being over there where, countries, I guess, still have have that thing where they were bombed by these people. So
Yeah.
like
Or
they
you
have a
had-
different
you had
take
like-
on
like-
it.
like
But there's no one alive that was, or for the most part.
Yeah, but
during that.
there's underlying shit like with Sweden. They weren't shit before World War II, but they remained neutral. That was their big move.
Yeah.
So they never got bombed. So just by not being leveled, they became an economic power. But they sold out Norway. They said Hitler, hey man, seem like you're really believing in that stuff. We're just going to step aside, look the other way as your troops go into. They totally sold out the Norwegians.
Oh, they let them march through their country.
Yeah.
They were neutral, but
Yeah,
they
so
kind
there's definitely some feelings there.
Oh, okay. All right, so there's a little bit dirt between the countries.
No, it's hilarious. All this shit, just like hanging out, talking to people. I guess Norway got their freedom from Sweden in 1905, and then they didn't have shit. Sweden went up after World War II. So Norway was in such a bad way. They go, we'll give you a third of the country back or something if you give us 50% of Volvo. Sweden said, go fuck yourself. And then like 5 years later, like the Beverly Hillbillies, Norway finds all this oil underneath. And now it's like the most expensive place to live. And all the 7-Eleven jobs the Swedes do. They come over the border.
Holy
Oh,
some
now the
Swede-
roles reversed.
Yeah, some Swedish guys go, we are basically the Mexicans. It's fucking hilarious.
Wow.
That's about all I learned. I learned,
The people look good.
dude, they're fucking
Beautiful people over there.
and 9 feet tall. The amount of 11-year-olds that were like 5'6", voices hadn't even changed yet. Let's go to Toys R Us. Like fucking, they're like looking you in the eye. It's fucking ridiculous. And they're like, but after a while, there's so many like blonde, blue-eyed, good-looking people. They've almost become background. Like all of a sudden you'll see a brunette, you're like, holy shit, like just something different.
Like something different.
Yeah. I felt like a fucking mongoloid over there.
Why are you just like a
Just
fucking
like, Jesus Christ.
piece of shit?
I am a chewed-eared fucking mutt over here. This is just. But it was a great time, and it was.
How they know you over there?
They didn't.
Oh,
and you could tell that by the ticket
You're
sales.
shitting me?
What's that?
What is that? Are those Scandinavian or Swedish chicks? We're looking at pictures of Swedish chicks in bikinis.
But the thing is you're really getting blown away by their bodies. But if you look at their face, there's a lot of sixes in there. It's just that the blonde hair over here
that's what it
so.
is. It's the big blonde hair thing and just...
Look at that one on the bottom. She looks like a mom. Is that the mother of those three?
Yeah, it probably is.
Probably is, and then she would
The
still be
mom
hot.
and the daughters.
Just something nice about a 6-foot fucking Nordic blonde. There's just something fucking beautiful about that.
Jimmy, I'm telling you, they're there to be had.
Want to have sex with a
Go over
giant
there,
woman?
Jim.
I don't do Europe.
No?
No.
Why not?
You should do yours.
They hate
racist.
Americans. They do.
They don't.
They won't like
Really?
me. They won't like.
No. Oh, Jimmy.
They will.
Let's build up his self-esteem.
No, I don't mean from in England.
Jim,
They really like.
as much as they don't like us in the back of their heads, they realize how much cool shit they stole from us. So they still kind of like you.
But England, I'd go off to go to England, but I won't go to England.
Yeah. All you got to say when they give you shit is you just go, do you really think I determine our foreign policy, you fucking moron?
I don't even want to
Yeah.
do that. It's just that they annoy me. Honestly, yeah.
Have you gone out?
No, I have not. I've heard enough stories from people. And the guys that they like are
But
good
this guy
comedians.
just got back.
Yeah, I've been in enough bars where somebody from Hackensack told me what. I'm telling you, dude. Go over there.
Well, comedians, I mean, that went over there.
Jim, you
They're
gonna
like
go
Greg
over there?
Proops. They're not going to like me. I'm not a fucking. I'm not
Jim.
going to go over there and go, oh, the U.S. is stupid. Americans are stupid because that's what they think.
No, dude, I was over there trashing them. So sick of you guys acting like you're better than us. You're just as fucking dumb as we are. You're not as fat as us, but you're definitely mushy with your fish and chips torsos. They died laughing. They don't. Jim, you're going to go over there, you're going to have an accent. You're instantly going to be mysterious, Jim. For the first time in your life, you're going to be mysterious.
I just don't.
They're going to find you as interesting as you find yourself, Jim.
I don't fucking want to go to Europe. Fuck them. Fuck Europe.
Let's go to Europe.
Fuck them. I hate the
Let's
whole
all go.
fucking region. I hate the resentment they have.
We got
and as
fans
soon as
over
the
there.
fucking Soviet Union fell,
Yeah,
the whole
they
fucking
didn't need
they
us
put together
anymore.
the euro. They start shitting on the
Anthony, how bad
states.
do you
All
wanna
of a
go
sudden,
now?
our foreign policy is terrible.
No,
Fuck
Jim,
them.
I do like the mysterious thing.
Fuck another Hard Rock Cafe gig. Let's go to Europe with Jim Norton.
I do like
You know
the
how
idea of
great
being
that would
mysterious
be?
with an
I've
accent.
turned down every
Come
offer.
on, let's do this.
Jim, I swear to God, Jim, they're just
Let's
like
do
you.
this.
They're
Maybe.
just like you. They're trying to get a sandwich. They want to get blown. You know, most of them don't pay attention to fucking politics. People aren't over.
Where's the safe place for Jimmy to go just to try it
Australia,
out?
I'd like to
try it
try.
out.
Australia.
Beirut would be a good one to start.
London, is that safe or no?
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
Like they don't.
Jimmy, we got to do this.
I have no desire.
Just to experience it.
I literally don't care. It's not to be. I'm sure they'd be okay.
You know what? They
It's not a
hurt his
desire.
feelings, and Europe needs to send Jimmy an apology.
Never. I just have no desire to entertain them. I don't find them interesting. I don't care about going. I'm not saying it's bad to go, but I've never really cared about
Paris, Jim. You wouldn't
For what?
I know.
No, I don't. I understand they have a great culture.
It makes him
nothing to
angry,
me.
though. Not only does he not want to go, it just
Dude,
makes
you
him
know what I
angry
want to
bringing
do?
it up.
I want to get Rosetta Stone French and become just totally fluent in that accent, in that language, completely understand it, and then go to Paris and act like the biggest fucking moron American. Like,
and
let me
see
get
what
one of them croissants.
And see what they
and
say?
just listen to what they say.
That would be hilarious.
And then you
to do.
videotape it. You videotape it, and then you just write the translations of what everybody's saying.
What they're saying about
Yeah.
you. Well, that's a great idea.
It's a lot
Shit.
of work for a bit.
It is a lot of work.
You gotta
Just bring
learn
a
the
friend.
No,
language.
but I always want to learn to speak another language, and I failed it 3 years in a row.
Which one? Spanish, probably?
No, French.
That's hard.
You went French.
I went French.
Most people go
Languages are
Spanish in high school.
A lot of people are smarter than me.
No,
That was the language to learn when it was El Tablo.
Right. Dirty Spanish.
I took 2 years of French forced by my mother because she thought it was more intellectual, and I regret not taking Spanish.
Well, my point, everyone went Spanish because it was easier.
How the fuck do you learn a whole language as a baby, and then you can't fucking learn a language when you grow up? It's
that
beyond
part of
me.
your brain shuts off.
Right.
That's fucking stupid.
No, it's not. You don't need it.
Well, go yell at God.
I know. I am.
But you know what?
Right now.
My
And that's on a list, believe me, of things to yell at God
Un
about.
perro es gris y blanco. That's all I got out of fucking...
me and Jimmy share a maid, and her English
Oh,
is
I
broken.
bet you do.
She's good though.
Tag team.
And she just talks to my son in Spanish the entire time she's there. And I'm like,
that's
fuck
good.
yeah, I hope he's soaking some of this shit in. Because he's not going to be able to learn it. You're right, Ann. At 14, 15, it's over, John.
Then you become an idiot when it comes to languages.
Right.
How dumb is our generation? Just your reaction to that. I think you'll be, oh, this would be great. He'll become bilingual. And his reaction is, fuck yeah. Hopefully he soaks in some of this shit.
For what? I don't know. Because in the end, did we really need another language?
No. We're becoming old. We don't understand it.
I took 6 years. I suck at speaking Spanish. I can't even put a sentence together.
No, dude, you go over there and you pick it up just because you have to.
Yeah, but what? All right.
You think, like, if you went to another country and lived there for 6 months, you'd be able to communicate
Absolutely.
pretty well?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Just because you have to. Like,
Don't you need, like, the code? Don't you need the fucking key to the code?
Isn't it hard?
I think certain languages
It's not
absolutely
that,
too.
dude, I'm telling you, if you lived over there and you actually tried to do it, that'd be like, dude, do you think if in 6 months, if you worked out every day, that you'd see some results? You would. I'm not saying you'd be over there going flying around, but yeah, you.
All you have to do is pick up on some key words here and there. That's all.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You don't have to speak it fluently to get by.
I'd love to.
I think Japan would be tough though. Going to Japan.
Japanese? Speaking Japanese?
Fuck that. I don't know.
That's a whole other
this
animal.
is
That's
what
where I
you do.
disagree
Not one
with
of the
Bill Burr.
romance languages.
This is what you do. You get some barely legal Puerto Rican girl.
All right.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a good time with her.
Sure.
And the only way you can get laid is if you talk her into bed in Spanish. You start with that.
So now you're talking about some kind of incentive. The
Some
carrot,
motivation.
the proverbial carrot
Yes.
dangling in front
Anthony
of me.
would never have sex with a Puerto Rican girl. So
No, there are a few.
Yes, he
you
would.
would.
There are a few I
He
would.
Like who?
Not like crazy, not fucking,
Point one out.
Oh, let me tell you. Not like that. Not Rosie Perez.
You got
kinda.
one though in
You
mind?
fuck Rosie Perez?
Not, well,
No.
no.
You're crazy.
I think Anthony's heart's going to melt as he gets older.
You think I'm getting,
Just
I'm
like the
softening
Grinch.
up a
Just
little
like
bit?
the Grinch, his heart's going to grow
and
a
I'm
few
gonna,
more sizes.
and I'm going to smile and curl at the
Show us a
edges.
Puerto Rican you'd have sex
He's
with.
going to give away all his money like Carnegie at the end of his life.
Let me see if Pals
How about
people
that right
Oh,
there?
my God. Come on.
course.
Look, that-
How would
she's
you not
pretty.
fuck her?
Yeah, of
She's
course.
a doll.
Yeah.
That's a doll right there.
Yeah, she's very pretty, that girl. I don't know who
Vanessa
that is.
Perez is not.
Would you friend her? She just popped her up on Facebook or something. No, Rosie Perez has just got that annoying voice and everything that goes along with it.
She's too ghetto.
Is
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
Is
Little
this,
too
Ghetto for you?
Little too ghetto.
is this my daddy left when I was young.com? Is that what this is? These
Yeah.
poor girls. What are they
Baggage.
doing? What are they doing to their lives?
What baggage they have. Does that upset you, Bill, when you see girls that are scantily clad knowing that their upbringing was probably not stellar?
No, because I still look at them and abuse the photos. Yeah, absolutely. But only now that I've gotten older, I just start thinking like that was somebody's daughter. That's in the last couple of years.
Isn't that
actually
odd how that
in.
changes as you get a little older? You start thinking things like that, and you want to smack yourself in the head for it.
Like I remember when what's his face Fishburne was going through the whole thing. I went on the radio.
Yeah.